So we bought our first camper. It's a 97 or 98 Sportsman. So we share a birth year, and it was really hard to find one in our general area of like Southern Maryland, but like on the western side. So we went all the way over to the eastern side of Maryland, where it's like a thing over there for beach camping, especially like around Assateague. So the people that we bought this camper from, that was like their main thing that they were doing, is beach camping.
To beach camp on Assateague, you have to, one person has to stay up all night, and you have to have a toilet inside. So these are perfect for that, but nobody else in Maryland really truck camps. So.
And it's so cute. Like, I love the green and purple, and I like to make it more vibrant. That's an afterthought.
Gonna need a paint
first
job.
We want to do the real stuff first, and then have the pretty stuff come second. But I do really like that. And it kind of adds to the like vintage look of it. This is the inside, which I absolutely adore. It just looks so clean, and the wood is so nice. These are huge cabinets. We just got done looking at a 23 Lance 650, and even we rented some of those like transit vans and stuff. But everything in there just seems so small. Like everything you opened up was just tiny. But these are like pretty big. I know some people are gonna think it's funny where I'm like, look at all this space. I mean, look at that.
Tons of space, easy plumbing access. It's great.
Okay.
And the sink is huge. Look at that.
You could wash a small dog in there. Or a cat. Little escape hatch.
Fire escape.
Yeah, although I don't know how you would. It's like if the fire was over there blocking the door. Fire escape.
I would not fit through there.
Well, we'll show you the bathroom, and I'll just cover. Bring the camera around.
If you want a foot-room with the door closed, you have to sit backwards.
Sit on it backwards.
On the toilet.
That's true. I guess if you're a little flexible.
Put your feet up on the shelf. That's the walk-in closet.
Yeah, that's my closet. Let's see. This is. Oh, and this is Christian's closet.
Beautiful morning down here in Scotland. There she is. Kind of looks like a hobo shack right now because of the roof, but we're gonna get that fixed and take that tarp off today. So for starters, we've got Smart Cleaner. Clean the roof with. Can strip any of the old crap off the roof. We've got primer to prime the roof before we paint it. We've got waterproof roof coating. White Rust-Oleum for the jacks. And an assortment of the finest wire brushes. All right, got our shore power hooked up. That should be good. I just want to say, one of the perks of buying off Facebook Marketplace is the character that you get with everything. I mean, look at these things. Those aren't even the best ones. Best one in the campers. Yeah, I don't think we can show that one, but yeah, that's the best one. All the lights work. Water pump? Yes. One of the things that we wanted to check in here was the fridge operation. See exactly how that works. Now, we know it doesn't work off of gas, but it does work off of electricity. So we're gonna see if that kicks on and gets cold and go from there. So gas doesn't work on here. We got our thermostat set to the coldest that you can get. We're on electric, so we're gonna see how she does. All right, on to the next thing. A couple of these guys really need some TLC. Nothing a little sanding and painting won't fix. We've got them all sanded down pretty much to at least a smooth surface, even though there's still some rust. We're gonna get them painted up here next. Made a store run. Got some rollers, some pans for our paint, another thing of silicone, a long handled scrub brush, and a long handle for our roller. Look what we have here. Kate is over at Camp Quit Your Bitchin' doing some paint. Looks like Kate finished painting for the day. And I mean, look at the difference. Like new. Literally like new. The AC works. Isn't that right?
Yes, it's a little chilly in here.
Good job. This is an old fashioned with extra fashion.
Oh.
So it's just whiskey, there's nothing else.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Thank you.
So we're back at it again. And we're gonna get putting some caulk on the camper, hopefully. Just keep going till we run out of daylight. So that's the plan. Let's get into it. Got this handy dandy little caulk remover tool. People swear by it on the internet, so we're gonna give it a shot. See how it works. So, Kate's trying to get all this nasty stuff out of the gap. Kind of like that, but even more out of there.
Just scratched it.
So we can put nice new caulk in there and be waterproof. Well, it don't look too hot back here, so we may need a new fridge. The other main thing we got to do in here today is get all this coolant out of the fresh water tank. All right, de-winterizing. Filling up my water tank, it started backflowing out this tube here, which is the vent line, and it goes out there. And it should just vent air off when water is added to this tank. The air should escape through this line. Well, if you look close here, it's full of a bunch of trash. So we need to take that line off, but it's got water in it, and we don't want all that crap shooting out all over this compartment. So, gonna try the earplug trick, see how it goes. All right. Can't get out of that end, so we're just gonna dump it in this bucket. So it looks like there was some sort of grass in there, and it looks like there's a bunch of dead grasshoppers. Wow, so there was a legit grasshopper nest in this vent tube. Interesting. Got the new 250 volt fuse put in. We're gonna reinstall it and then try to put power on, see if we can get this fridge working. All right, we got power applied. Let's get this thing kicked on. Well, we blew the fuse like immediately on this bad boy. So this is the brand new fuse that we just put into that fridge. And if you can't see it, it's totally burnt out. So this is a 250 volt, 5 amp fuse. It's the right fuse for the job, but it blew out. I'm thinking maybe we have a short circuit somewhere. I'm gonna try to take out these screws, see if we can remove this fridge from the wall. We got one more flight today to go down south and pick up the group of people that we had dropped off earlier. So we're gonna try to zip down there and pick them up without running into any storms or anything like that. In Maryland this time of year, it just storms every day. I mean, it storms sometimes in the mornings, but it always storms in the afternoon, and it storms in the evening. So we're gonna zip down there and go from there. Came back here, started working on the fridge, trying to pull the fridge out. It's been a process, but we've got it loose now. So the new update is behind the fridge, above the ceiling of the fridge, kind of to the back. There are two suspicious looking nests. There is a hornet's nest, and then there's a pretty big wasp's nest. So and the wasp's nest, pretty big, pretty big. They kind of look abandoned, but I'm not sure, so we're gonna find out. You can see daylight through the camper. This does not fit through there. So yeah, that's what we're doing next. Then we're probably gonna patch that hole because that's daylight. It's supposed to rain today, so probably should have thought that one through. There it goes. Basically just tore this retainer clip off the fridge. Hurt it a little bit. All right, that one's pretty cool. Wash that down, but overall, it's a nice little compartment. When you're talking a camper of this size, I mean, that is a significant amount of real estate. Clean, no dirt. Went down to the hardware store and looked for creative options to plug these holes here. Top and bottom, and all I could really find was not any insulation foam like this stuff, which is what I really wanted, but I did find a campaign sign kit. So we are not running for office, but we might cut this up and try to plug these two holes. All right, this looks better, much better. Other than a little crack up at the top, we got bottom and top holes plugged. So pretty good. Nothing should come in, and it won't really hold in the cold, but can't hurt. So next thing we're gonna do is find a way to cap off this propane line, and then we're gonna inspect the propane system and check it for leaks. So to do that, we're going to take this, which is full of soapy water, and we're going to spray it down the lines, and then look for bubbles pretty much. We got the hardware needed to cap this line off. This was the propane line that ran to the tanks down below. This was for the fridge. We'll start outside and we'll work our way back up to here and the stove. Start with just spraying everything down. Some soapy water. Go ahead and turn them on. All right, so far so good. We're not looking for just any bubbles, we're looking for active bubbling, so the creation of new bubbles. Looks pretty solid from here, so that one's looking good. Let's go inside. Does not look like it's leaking at all. Look at that little propane leak. All right, well, we don't want that because those are heating elements. So to be leaking fuel like that is a no-no. So when you're in a space like this, it's not that airtight, but if it fills up with propane gas, that's not good. We don't want that. That's not acceptable. That's how this happens. Well, I found the issue. This is the connection that was leaking. All right, so it was leaking right in here. I'm not even touching the bottom wrench. Not even touching it. And look, oh, it just turns. It's just loose. I could have done that with my fingers. Not quite, but we're just gonna clean this, tighten it back up. Call it a day. All right, so got some thread lock tape on here just to make sure we get the best possible seal. Now we're gonna reinstall this, tighten it down, see what we got. All right, we got that nice and tightened down, but not too tight. So we're gonna go back outside, turn the propane on, and then we're gonna spray this with soapy water and see what we get. I think we're good. We're gonna let that sit for just a minute and check it. But yeah, I think that's all we needed. So we've got the freshwater tank flushed. That's done with. We've gone through here and we've checked the propane system. That's done with. So water's good, propane's good. We've gone around, we've sealed the outside of the camper. We've touched up some of the paint on the jacks where they were starting to rust. We've pulled the fridge out. We're gonna put a 12-volt fridge in there and this big void is gonna get filled. It'll look a lot better when we're done with it. But I think that's pretty good for a day's work. So we're gonna wrap this one up for now and we will see you next time when we go to pick up a truck to put this camper on. So stay tuned for that and we'll catch you next time.
I think they kind of spooked. Oop, caught him. Here, I just want to get, oh! Wow, this is awesome sauce. Oh, another turtle. So I've got 4 so far.